Back out on the canal again today from Lowsonford to Wilmcote. It's about 7 miles and we've got some great places to see on the way. And today I've got Taz with me from the Canal and Rivers Trust, and he's going to tell us a bit about the work that they do to maintain the canals and some about some of the issues at the moment with the water levels. So yeah, it should be quite informative. Do you want to tell us a bit about your role?
Sure. I'm Taz. I work as an engagement manager, and I'm the engagement manager for the West Midland regions of the canal. So that's all the way from Stoke, coming all the way down to Leamington and everything in between. You know, my role is to be that link between the community and this beautiful green and blue space. So it's all about health and well-being, getting people out onto the canals for their well-being, learning about the canal networks, learning about nature and wildlife, learning about biodiversity, and especially in a place like where we're at today. It's so picturesque and beautiful, and suddenly your well-being is lifted as soon as we got onto the canal. We can't hear any traffic, and we're just here in this beautiful space, and yeah, feeling great. So I'll be talking to you about some of the things that the Trust do and the challenges we face on our canal networks.
Excellent. We look forward to it. And this is the first time you've walked this stretch as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so another thing is about always exciting when you go to a new part of the network. And as the 2,000 miles of network, as you know already, is a lot to see. And, you know, there's certain areas that need more focus, more attention from the work that I do. So I focus on the urban areas. But every now and again, to get out to a rural area like this, it's so great for me to see, well, what's the other side of the network look like, you know, where we have lots of boats moored and marinas and, you know, lovely stretches of wildlife that we can see. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to today.
I met Taz this morning at the Fleur De Lys, the place where I finished my last walk. And after a brief chat, we set off and hit the towpath. It was so great to have someone to walk with, and we hit it off straight away. We had a great time together, and I hope I get to do more miles with Taz.
On certain stretches of our canals, you notice the wildlife. You see otter as well.
Oh, really?
So you can see, if you find, and I'm not an expert, but there's otter poo, and that's how you spot the signs of otters on our canal. So that's amazing to see that returning back to our waterways. You know, you see the heron regular, don't you, on our canals? And they're in the urban areas as well. And so they've become very used to having people nearby, and you can walk past the heron and it won't fly away.
They're huge, aren't they, as well?
Brave, and they're very big. But to see those, you know, otters returning on our waterway, it's a good sign that the water levels are good, and these animals are returning back to their natural kind of environments.
It's a nice peaceful spot here. So this is Yarningdale Aqueduct. I like this one because you can actually see the...
Yeah, it's just a trough, isn't it? Yeah, and it's just like a steel trough there, full of water, and it's a simple method of, you know, crossing a bridge.
And this is the smallest one on the...
I've been told this is the smallest aqueduct in the UK.
There's a river down there.
not a swing bridge, but it's a lovely little concrete bridge leading to a footpath, a national footpath.
You see quite a lot of footpaths crossing over the canals, don't you?
Yeah.
There's some good walks around the Midlands.
Yeah.
Have you walked the North Worcestershire Path?
Yeah. I haven't, but it's on the things to do list, so yeah, I'd love to do that one as well.
Yeah.
There's things like a little bit further up, like Monsall Trail, Tissington Trail. In Birmingham itself, we've got a very small kind of walkway called the Harborne Walkway, which is the old disused railway line that's turned into a walking path or a cycling path. Okay. I often use that because it's a short walk, so it's only a 5k walk. But if you got an hour, you just want to go for that walk, because the trees are shading this lovely old railway line, which is now a tarmac path. You get, on a scorching day like this, you'll be shaded, it'll be cool. So I often turn to places like that for my walks as well.
Yeah, definitely. The heat really drains your energy.
Yeah, it's like now it's warming up now, so.
Yeah. In some ways, it's good to have these overgrown spots, isn't it?
Mm. It's encouraging biodiversity, isn't it?
Yeah.
It can become a challenge for those less able, like here, for example, we are ducking. The towpath is kind of worn away here. We're very close to the water. These are the challenges we face along the canal network, as how could we don't have the cost to put tarmac down everywhere, and where the banks erode away, it's really difficult. So with working with partners and our enterprise managers, we try to find some funds through different pots to improve stretches of the canal. So here, there could be a need for that here in this area, or we could focus on areas that really need it and work with the councils to make that happen. But yeah, we'd love to keep it as natural as we can, but we know all the challenges associated with that as well.
Yeah.
Uneven surfaces, you've got tree roots sticking out, you've got pilings sticking out, you've got all sorts, which can be hazardous for all the towpath users.
Yeah, so I've been hearing a lot about these water level problems across the network. Is that right across the whole country?
Yes, as you can see, the challenging conditions now with the weather being so warm, it's so unusual. We've had the hottest start to a year on record probably. So the water levels in our reservoirs are very low, and which means that we have to draw water from other sources, and to draw water from underground sources is very expensive. So we're finding ways of managing water. Our engineers are working, drawing water from upper parts of the Birmingham network, bringing it down here to this side. We've had problems at Minworth as well on the Birmingham Fazeley Canal. We've got currently, as of yesterday, this stretch was closed because the water levels were low. Luckily, we've managed to draw water down, and you can see and you can hear the water being drawn down currently, to maintain the network so that the boaters can come all the way down to Bancroft Basin in Stratford-upon-Avon. So yeah, challenges every day. Every day we're monitoring this. We're praying for rain. We need rain. We need to top up our reservoirs and our sources of water. So yeah, let's hope that we don't have to start shutting some more canals down, unfortunately.
What was the reservoir that was almost half empty?
Oh yeah, so I live by the Edgbaston Reservoir, and I popped in there the other day because we've got an event coming up soon on the reservoir, a dragon boat racing event. As I walked in, I was shocked to see the levels, Chris. They were so low, the lowest I've ever seen them. And I've been using the reservoir now for about 10 to 15 years for walking, running, cycling. And, to see the beaches that is created around the whole perimeter, it's really worrying. So apparently I was on one of my colleagues told me this on a boat yesterday. There's about 1,500 million litres of water when it's full, the reservoir, and currently it's half of that. And water's been drawn down every day to bring the water to the places we need it. But ultimately, we can't keep doing that, because we don't have enough water. The boaters, the sailors, the activities might need to stop because they can only do activities when the water's on a certain level. So yeah, challenges for everyone, not just for us, for other users of the reservoirs and
difficult times, though.
Difficult times, yeah.
It was one of those perfect summer days. Blue skies, warm sun, and the kind of countryside that makes you stop and take it all in. The towpath wound through fields and quiet stretches of water, and we spent the walk chatting with each other, sharing stories and stopping to talk to the people we met along the way. It was the kind of day that reminds you why these canals are so special. Point number 6 at the Navigation Inn. Lovely. We stopped for a nice lunch at the Navigation Inn. Fish finger sandwich and chunky fries. Had a nice cold pint of Beavertown's neck oil and a much needed rest. What do you think of the navigation?
Delicious fish finger sandwich, chunky chips to die for, and what a beautiful location, right? And you know, if you turned your camera and showed people the views, it would be absolutely stunning. We could be anywhere in the world here. It looks so amazing. But yeah, great food, great spot, great choice. Stop.
Yep, I'd definitely recommend it. Yep, it was we ordered a fish finger sandwich, and what you got was way beyond what you'd expect a fish finger sandwich to be like. Back on the towpath now, pushing on. We've got a couple of miles to go.
Second aqueduct ahead.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing that one. Oh yeah, see.
There it is, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were just talking about being near water, and science has proven that when you're near water, that moment is a happier moment. Because when you're out in nature, wildlife, you see that your eyes take in this beautiful sight and the smells and the sounds. The good hormones are released, you know, the cortisols and those hormones that make you feel happier. So that's why in good times like this, or weather's good, people gravitate towards the water bodies, like the rivers, like the lakes, like the beaches, and the canals obviously are important because they're on your doorstep. So if you start gravitating towards your local canal, going for the walk, going for a bike ride, or taking a dog for a walk, you'll find you'll come back refreshed, recharged, because science has proven that something good is happening to you while you're out near water. So that's why I always say this is my natural medicine. I don't need to be going to my GP and getting medicines for conditions that I can control. Like a type 2 diabetes, you know, is a reversible condition by doing a physical exercise. And I encourage people to come out for walks, maybe a jog, a bike ride, something that they can do, raise their heart rate a bit more so that they can help control conditions like your type 2 diabetes or your cholesterol, blood pressure, if they are reversible. But yeah, so for me, natural medicine is the outdoors and the green and blue spaces and the rivers and canals.
And how did you sort of come by the canals yourself?
So like you, maybe we've gone through some difficult times in life. I was going through a difficult time with a divorce, and then put on a lot of weight through the stresses of that. That meant that I was quite obese and I couldn't, you know, walk much and I couldn't be out much. So a good friend of mine saw I was going through difficult times, helped me by taking me out after work on a Tuesday and Thursday for a walk on my local canal. And I live on the Soho Loop, and he'd say, well, if we can make it to Brindley Place, there's a coffee waiting for you. We can sit, watch the world go by for a bit, and then we'll head back. So he enticed me into that. I took on the challenge because I wanted to do something for my health. My self-esteem was very low. And I found quickly that being near water and being outdoors really helped me, helped improve my mental health. It meant that I could go out and tackle that day better or that week better. And then from there, it just led to regular walks, which then transformed onto trying a bit of running. You know, I was trying to lose weight, so I was trying to run from pillar to post or somewhere where a manageable distance I could see. And slowly I started losing weight and becoming more active. And that led to a complete career change for me. I got into well-being. I became a running coach. I got into becoming a run project lead for an organization, and in Birmingham, helping new people into running and walking. And, you know, we did that very successfully, you know, for the 3 years I was involved in that. And it was amazing to then see how that then continued on, and the legacy of that still lives on. So if you go to certain parts of Birmingham, running groups are still taking place, walking groups are happening still. And that was all from the project we started with the Sport England funding that helped us to get that, you know, maintain that. So for me now, I can't look back. You know, this is my new calling in life, is to help others take their first steps to connect to their green and blue spaces for the well-being, to enjoy these waterways, and also encourage the use for the next generation, so we can look after these aging canal networks for another 250 years at least.
Sounds amazing.
Chris, where are we?
Edstone Aqueduct, I think.
Right, and what is this? It's the longest aqueduct in England.
In England.
In England. Looking forward to seeing this.
Hello. Yeah, this is going to be awesome. It's interesting. This is it, we finally made it in, mate.
Yeah, we're here. And we started from the smallest aqueduct in England, and we've come to the longest one now, which is Edstone, and we passed the Wootton one as well.
Nice. And then Wilmcote is only just up there.
Yep.
The end of the day. And a good day it's been.
What a way to finish up the end of the day with this view.
Do you want to go first?
Wow.
Oh yeah, look at that. That is something else.
This is worth coming to see, isn't it? Yeah. So they've only got this much of water that they're actually coming through. So a deep drafted boat might not get through here.
Wow. That's amazing.
I think we're around the middle. No, we're not, still not in the middle of it, but it shows you the length of it. It's a fair bit, isn't it?
Yeah. They're quite thin, aren't they, as well?
Yeah. So it's over 200 years old probably, and it's still doing the job that it's made to do.
Still going. And it's well looked after, isn't it? When you look at it, it doesn't look like it's kind of all like a rusty old bucket or anything.
No, it's maintained well. I hear the train coming, so you want to stop and see the train pass?
Yeah, you wouldn't even think this was above you, would you? I think that was a lorry. Disappointing.
A nice one to actually paddle across as well. So on your kayak or your canoe.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
Good to know we can actually get down here and see on another day. We can get to the access point there.
Look at those guys in the bush.
Oh, exciting. Looks like we're reaching the end of our walk. What an amazing walk it's been. But I'm feeling it now, Chris, so I do want to see that finish point for today.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I'm feeling it too. The heat's really sapping my energy. I can...
It's just gone up by 3-4 degrees easily now.
can feel myself cooking as well, which ain't great. But yeah, we're just coming up to Wilmcote, where we're stopping for today. And then next time I will pick up the trail from Wilmcote and walk into Stratford-upon-Avon for the triumphal triumphant end to my first canal walk. But yeah, thanks for coming out today, mate. It's been great having you with me.
It's been an absolute pleasure, Chris. Thanks for inviting me. I got to see something new and learn more about our aging network. But this stretch has been absolutely beautiful. I wish all the canals are this beautiful. So we got a lot of challenges to make them to this kind of standard and beauty. But we're doing our best as a charity. Please support the Canal and River Trust in what we do. Help us, volunteer, come down and get involved. And let's hope these canals stay around for another 250 years at least.
In the next video, I'll be finishing the Stratford-upon-Avon Canal Towpath, the first of my canals. I'm planning to walk 2,000 miles of Britain's canal towpaths and waterways. Why not subscribe and join me as I walk the cut?